So Luke, first of all, welcome back. You're excited to be back in the dugout for today's game?
Yeah, thanks a lot, James. Yeah, of course I am. Obviously it's, sometimes you've just got to, go and do some work, which unfortunately timing was completely wrong. Based off last year, I'd have been all right, but unfortunately, I've had to miss the last two. But I've come home slightly earlier just to make sure that I'm here for the last game of the season.
And like you say, last game of the season today against Padiham. What are you expecting from the host today?
Just want an honest performance from us, really. I mean, we know exactly what to expect from Maz's teams. They're always good, they're always set up. All right, they've not won in a while. I think they've won one of the last 11, but some of the performances they produced were excellent, and we've got some good points, and they've just been knocked back. And we've been in those positions ourselves where we've been performing, and results just haven't quite gone right for us, and that looks as though that's how they've been. We know what to expect from them. It'll be a spirited performance, physical side, and we've got the quality in the right areas to hurt us.
Just for ourselves, the safety in the Premier Division secured again for another season. How proud are you for that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody's going to look at the run and say, how poor we've been in the last few games, and I can't disagree. I obviously I've watched the 2 games whilst I was away, and was disappointed with myself with the application of the players more than anything. So definitely be some harsh words said, but we've got to look at it over a season, and 53 games in all competitions and 7 pre-season games makes this number 60 today, which for the smallest squad in the entire counties, there's not many that have got smaller squads than us, and it's been a tough season with injuries and suspensions and all the rest of it. And obviously, at certain times we'll go through a few bits and pieces with what's happened off the pitch over the last 18 months or so, but to just be here as a club is the most important thing, and I'm proud of every single person behind the scenes who's put us in here, from Taddy and Roy that do the ground, to Steve and Mickey and Magsy and everyone else who supports me, as well as my backroom team as well. Obviously Andy and Robbo and now Paul. It's not easy to do what we do off the pitch, and I always get all the accolades from everybody telling me, well done for this and well done for that. But without these people, and obviously Des included, without these people, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. There's people like Ian and George off the pitch, yourself and the media boys, and, Helen and the bar. I could go on all day. My missus is up making hospitality food at 3 o'clock in the morning for games, and every club's the same. And I'm not saying we're any different, but this club's the only one that matters to me this season, which is it means so much, and it's the same for every one of those fans that comes through the turnstile. If you shouted once in favour of us, then thank you for doing that. And those are the people that win, lose or draw, they'll still be here next season for us. And are we happy with 1 win in the last 9 games? No, of course we're not. We're really frustrated with it, but we've held on. We've managed to get through it, and over the course of a 53 game season, we've managed to maintain our status in the Premier Division, which when we spoke before the season, we looked at that as an impossible task, and we've managed to do it. Some of it with players such as Nathan Cliff and Theo Ball and Rowan Chambers, who these lads haven't even kicked balls in this division before. Players like Ryan Moore stepping up a few divisions, and Rowan and Cliffy played their 50th game for the club today in a season. Cliffy's at 20 goals when he's never played adult football before. I mean, let's find some positives within negatives. And I can go on all day. I'll always back my team and I'll always back my club, but at times we take some stick, and when you look at the facts, I think it's not always warranted. So let's hope today that we can step out there, we'll silence a few people and get 3 points, and then let's build ready for next year, because we'll be written off again. We'll be the relegation fodder every single season whilst I'm here. Alright, and let's just step up, let's just keep showing, and I guarantee we will build and we will surprise everybody again next year, and we'll keep on going, because we're that horrible little rash that don't go away. And we'll keep producing and we'll keep picking up them results.
And just a word on John McGrath as well, Magsy. His last game for the club as secretary today. Just a word on him.
Yeah, it's hard to say. What do you say? 48 years at one club. It's absolutely superb. And anyone who's ever met him, anyone who's ever probably stood in a queue with him at the post office won't forget him. You know, he's such an amazing guy, and you know, like he said to everybody, he's not going anywhere. He's still going to be here. He's just stepping down from the secretary role because it's just got a little bit too big for him, which is great. But he's done it with such excellence over the years. He's got those standards that him saying it's getting a tough job means that he can't do it 110% like he normally does. But anybody who steps into that role will be able to do it half as good as what he has. And you know, he comes in the changing rooms every week, and it's what matters so much to the players is, you know, his opinion and what he thinks. And it's the same for me. You know, I wouldn't be at this football club now without John McGuire. That is a fact. Tony Joe brought me in and he meant so much to me. But you know, without Magsy supporting me along the way with every single decision that I've made and being there as a confidant, and also, you know, the ideas I've bounced off him, and you know, him just giving me an honest reality of what it is, I would not be here without him. And you know, to some people they might hate him for that, but for me, I can't speak any more highly of what he is. He deserves every accolade he gets. We came in today and we spoke before the game and with the players, and you know, I said to him, what does this mean to you? And he said, all I want today is 3 points, lads. And that's just him. 48 years, he just wants 3 points on last day of the season. Well, down to us to see if we can produce that for him. But yeah, listen, he'll get far more accolades than what I can give him from a lot better people than me. But what a guy, and you know, you don't replace people like that in football. And like they say, legend is it's thrown about that word, but he's a legend of this football club, and as long as I'm here, he'll be heavily remembered for a long time.